Today's video is brought to us by Sonoran Desert Institute. If you're like most gun owners who like to repair and upgrade your own firearms, well, why not take that passion and turn it into a career? SDI is a distance learning institute, and all of the materials and tools are shipped directly to your door. They have classes on ballistics, gunsmithing, armorers courses, and even drone classes. You can get your certificate or your degree and take that step now. Check out the link down below and in the pinned comment, sdi.edu. And thank you to the Sonoran Desert Institute for making today's video possible. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I appreciate your time. Thank you for watching. I got a special little update here in Florida. We got a hot mic moment where one of the Republicans were caught saying bad things about constitutional carry and Gun Owners of America, one of the best national groups there are. There are a lot of Republicans in Florida who are rhinos and who are trying to kill constitutional carry. So I'm going to bring in my friend who's the state director for Florida of Gun Owners of America, Mr. Luis.Valdez. Hey, buddy, how you doing down in Florida?
It's a pleasure to be here. I'm doing great. The weather's fantastic, and I ain't freezing to death. To go into this real quick, what happened is very simple. George Gasparini is the chairman of the Second Amendment Committee for the Republican Party of Florida. Now, the RPOF is the state party. He's the chairman of the committee that basically drafts and creates 2A policy for the party. He was at an event yesterday in Citrus County, speaking as an official for the party. And basically he said, as the chairman of the 2A committee, I'm against constitutional carry. Oh yeah, and Gun Owners of America, they're a bad organization because they support constitutional carry.
All right, so you have... It's hard to believe, first off, but knowing what I know now, thanks to you and everybody who's working hard in Florida, it's almost expected that people would be working behind the scenes, you know, one side of the mouth saying, hey, we want constitutional carry, we're pro 2A, but then working to destroy it and stop that at all costs. Let's go into, so we're going to give everybody an opportunity to listen to this audio. And I'll put up the transcript because some of the audio it's not crystal clear. I'll tell you that coming out, but Luis has prepared a transcript of what is being said, and he knows the people in this recording very well. So first off, lay the groundwork of what this was about, what was supposed to be discussed here, and then I'll put up the PDF here with you have three people whose photographs are in it. Why don't we talk about who they are?
Yeah, the guy here that's being discussed is George Gasparini. He in the photograph, he's the center guy. The two other people, they're just other party officials for the county level. But Gasparini's the main guy. So to give your viewers some background, we by GOA, we have attended the Republican Party of Florida's quarterly meetings. Every quarter in the year, they host a meeting across the state to discuss different policy issues, different political issues, different topics. And the Second Amendment Committee is vitally important. So in April, I attended that meeting, and Gasparini basically took over and chaired it when the actual chair wasn't able to attend for personal reasons. And to make a long story short, Gasparini basically said, Florida doesn't need constitutional carry. Government grants you your rights. You're not born with them. And what stops bad guys isn't good guys with a gun. It's strong judges and laws on the books. The next meeting, the follow-up meeting, was in June. And right before that meeting, we did an action alert to our GOA members here in Florida. And the end result was we sent over 220,000 emails in a 48-hour period to Republican Party officials basically saying, look, this was the April meeting. The guy that chaired the meeting was anti-gun. The state level party has been absolutely silent on constitutional carry. Mind you, the national party in their own party platform flat out says constitutional carry is something they support. County level Republican parties in Florida have passed resolutions backing constitutional carry, but the state level hasn't. So that was the main topic of discussion in June of this year. Okay. And I sent you a video on that where basically the state party reiterates, hey, if the national party says constitutional carry is our issue, then it's our issue too, and we back it.
All right. So the audio we have that you sent over, when was this obtained?
This was obtained literally from last night in Citrus County.
The position I have with the state of Florida and the Republican Party. There's our Republican Party chairman for the state is Senator Joe Gruters, our Sarasota County. And we all respect Joe. Ralph is a good friend of Joe. The legislators, he's a great legislator. Mike and I, we all love him. And he appointed me the chairman of the Second Amendment Committee of the state of Florida. Now, I wasn't chairman until about 6 months ago, for a year and a half. But the former chairman was very involved with different organizations and Gun Owners of America. And Gun Owners of America definitely were just trying to destroy state statute. And actually, they had a state legislator who wrote a bill. And it was 103 of the Florida state statute. Try to end their bill at 103, which replaced 790. Now, these are just words to you. 790 is the state statute that protects us with guns, gun ownership, concealed weapon, how we vote. It's pretty thick, the statute. And, you need to know it if you're going to be doing it sitting on a committee. Well, they actually tried to destroy us. And I had quite a few battles with them at the state level, at our meetings, quarterly meetings. He ended up resigning. These people no longer come there. And I am the chairman of that committee right now. And the reason why is because the legislators in the past have put together a very, very good bill in the state of Florida. They were trying to pass a bill for open carry. Open carry, by the Gun Owners of America, was saying it's a Second Amendment right. Anyone can carry a gun anytime, any place with no training in the state of Florida. As an NRA instructor, as a retired law enforcement officer for 4 years, and a current special law enforcement officer, which I am, and like I said, a certified NRA pistol instructor, I don't believe in that.
All right, guys and gals, that's the audio. Hope you could read along with the transcript that was provided. And, I'm going to say one thing. As somebody who covers Second Amendment news, good, bad, ugly, or indifferent everywhere in this country, to have a state where a governor says during a hurricane, don't go breaking into people's houses, don't go looting because you never know what's behind that door because it's a Second Amendment state. And then you hear people who are the chairman of a Second Amendment committee talk bad about the Second Amendment and constitutionally carry the way things are supposed to be, and then talk trash about Gun Owners of America as their state director. Like, how does this make you feel?
It really hurts me because I've been a Republican for my entire adult life, even longer than that. I was involved in Republican Party politics before I was even old enough to vote. So to have the current chairman of the Second Amendment Committee for the state party literally say, open carry for Gun Owners of America was saying that it is a Second Amendment right, which it is. I agree with that. It's our Second Amendment right, but he's confusing open carry with constitutional carry, first and foremost. But then he goes on to say anyone can carry a gun anytime, any place with no training in the state of Florida. As a retired law enforcement officer, as a current special law enforcement officer, and as a certified pistol instructor, I don't believe in that. For him to say that, that's really shocking that this is the guy that literally controls the committee that will dictate to a policy for the state Republican Party. And for him to basically go against the governor, because remember, Governor DeSantis has reiterated multiple times that constitutional carry is something he wants passed. He wants this to be passed in the most important way, shape, and form. He wants to do it before he leaves office. And you have a guy that's literally going against the governor and saying, nope, Florida doesn't need it. And he's doing it as an official mouthpiece for the Republican Party of Florida. That is shocking.
All right, guys and gals, I hope everybody watching is pissed off. I am going to give you some names and some phone numbers, and I want you to get involved. This is how we get this changed immediately, is by public outcry. So this cat's name is George Gasparini, okay? Again, he's the chairman of the Second Amendment Committee. And Lewis, if I mess this up, jump in and stop me. You guys and gals should immediately call the Republican Party of Florida headquarters. And that phone number is 850-222-7920. It's on the screen. I'll have it in the description as well. And the head of the Florida Republican Party is State Senator Joe Gruters, correct?
Correct. And Gruters
Okay.
is the man that appointed Gasparini to head this committee.
Call him as well at his office in Tallahassee, 850-487-5023. If you live in Florida, or actually, I'm going to put his website for his state website in the description as well. You can click his email there. It doesn't give you his email. It's a form. You fill it in and blast them. Tell them that the Second Amendment shall not be infringed. The government doesn't give us these rights. In fact, everything in those documents are restrictions on government. And tell him you want this George Gasparini removed and to actually put somebody who will move constitutional carry forward at the helm of that committee. So if somebody is a resident of Florida and they want to help make change, where should they go? How are they going to get the information?
The best thing that they need to do is, of course, join GOA, because we send out action alerts on all these issues, and we're actually going to be sending out an action alert on this issue too. But in terms of influencing change, you guys have to get involved on the local level. Go to your local county level Republican Party meetings. Join your local Republican Party meetings. You could institute policy change within the party. Go to your local elected officials' campaign offices. Start demanding meetings with them to institute change. Go to the Capitol. Be loud and be proud as gun owners. The biggest issue that Florida has, and I've heard this from Republican lawmakers over the years, is that Florida gun owners are silent, and Republican lawmakers take that silence as approval. So until the squeaky wheel is squeaking, it ain't going to get the grease.
If you guys have any questions for Luis, are you okay if I'll drop your GOA email down below?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. All right, guys and gals. I'll also have a link. It's in every description of how to join GOA. I get nothing out of it. What they know is where you came from. That's just your Guns and Gadgets viewer, and they'll give you a discount on your membership, no matter what kind of membership you choose. And I always ask that you at least give that money back, because you're going to be a member anyway. And if you can, donate a little more to them. The cost of a membership for an annual is about the cost of a large pizza. It's not a lot of money, but these groups need the funds from the membership in order to do what it is that we want them to do. So with that said, Luis, man, thank you for your time. I know how busy you are down there, and it's like chasing your own tail sometimes. Believe me, I get it.
I just want to reiterate again that, look, the governor supports this. It's the swamp that's fighting him on this, and Gasparini is that swamp. Guys, do what you need to do.
Yeah, Florida residents, it's on you. It's not going to change unless you all do something about it. So till we see each other again, be safe, stay vigilant, and carry a gun to keep you, your friends, your family, your community safe. That's what the Second Amendment is for. It doesn't matter what George Gasparini or any of the swamp dwellers think, and it's not changing anytime soon for them. Take care, y'all.